JCPenney certainly rallying today on some better than expected news. Are they an example of retail right now, or a specific story that is seeing a bit of a reprieve after a really rough road?
Well, I think retail is a very competitive industry, so I think you're always going to have winners and losers. I think overall the industry is in a good place. We're heading into the holiday season. I do expect us to have a very strong holiday season. Our expectations are for sales to grow 4.9% year over year. You have a strong economy, a strong consumer sentiment, low unemployment. All of that leads. This is the ultimate consumer-facing industry. All of that leads to a strong retail environment, particularly heading into the holiday season, which is the most important time of the year.
But we've had so many car crashes. Just Gap last week, CEO being pushed off. The fact that they're having to have sale after sale. Barney's going into administration. I mean, there are real tension points here, and people are losing.
Well, I think, first of all, this has always been an industry that is fiercely competitive. I do think we have, dramatic macro trends impacting the industry. I like to call it a retail renaissance, which acknowledges that there is, creative disruption that's happening in the industry, but there's a lot of emerging changes that are happening. One of the big changes that is happening and often isn't spoken about is this convergence between the physical and the digital world. The terminology omni-channel, we like to call it the halo effect, the positive impact of having a store and with the impact that has on your web sales and vice versa. And I think there's no accident that the world's largest physical retailer, Walmart, has aggressively invested in the e-commerce space, and that the world's largest digital retailer, Amazon, is investing in the physical world. I do believe that the winning retailers are going to be those retailers that do an effective job serving their consumers across both channels. And I particularly believe that the winning retailers are going to be those that invest in their store network. The last decade was very heavily an investment in e-commerce because that was the new channel. I think when you look at the next decade, you're going to see significant investment in the store network and the physical asset and leveraging across both channels.